I'm Samantha.
I'm standing in my parents' living room, watching as the police lead them away in handcuffs. The room is filled with an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of my mother's sobs and my father's angry protests. It's a scene I never thought I'd witness, especially not in my own family. It all started a few months ago when my husband, Ryan, passed away suddenly. Ryan was a brilliant software engineer, and he built a small fortune through his investments. When I met with his estate attorney, Mr. Thompson, I was shocked to learn that I was the sole beneficiary of his estate, which included 3 rental apartments in the city and a beautiful beach house in Cape Cod, worth nearly $4 million in total. I was still in shock from Ryan's death, and I didn't know what to do with all this money. I thought my family would be there to support me, but I was wrong. That evening, I drove to my parents' house in hopes of finding some comfort. As I approached the front door, I heard my father's voice through the screen door. "She doesn't need to know how much it's worth. She wouldn't know what to do with it anyway," he said. I stopped in my tracks, my hand hovering over the doorknob. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My mother chimed in, "Ryan's death is the best thing that's happened to this family. Now we finally have a way out of our financial troubles." My sister, Lily, was also involved. "She can't keep that money. She's not capable of managing it," she said. I stood there, frozen, as they discussed their plan to have me declared mentally unfit so they could take control of my inheritance. They were going to use a Dr. Dr. Harris to sign a false certificate stating that I was suffering from severe grief disorder and unable to make financial decisions. I was devastated. I couldn't believe that my own family would do this to me. I pulled out my phone and started recording their conversation. I knew I needed evidence if I was going to fight back. That night, I called my best friend, Emily, who is a paralegal at a law firm. She listened to my story and immediately knew what to do. She told me to call Mr. Thompson and schedule an evaluation with a reputable psychiatrist, Dr. Davis. Over the next few weeks, I worked with Emily and Mr. Thompson to gather evidence and build a case against my family. We discovered that Dr. Harris had never examined me and had signed the certificate based on a favor from my father. We also found out that my family was in deep financial trouble and that they saw my inheritance as their way out. As the court date approached, my family tried to pressure me into signing a power of attorney, but I refused. I knew that if I signed, I would lose control of everything Ryan had worked so hard for. Finally, the day of the court hearing arrived. I walked into the courtroom, feeling nervous but determined. Mr. Thompson presented our evidence, including the recording of my family's conversation and Dr. Davis's report stating that I was of sound mind and capable of managing my own affairs. The judge listened carefully to both sides of the case and then made his decision. He ruled in my favor, dismissing the guardianship petition and declaring me the sole legal owner of Ryan's estate. My family was furious. They couldn't believe that their plan had failed. My father tried to argue with the judge, but it was no use. The judge ordered my father, mother, and sister to be arrested for fraud and conspiracy. As I watched them being led away in handcuffs, I felt a mix of emotions. I was relieved that the nightmare was finally over, but I was also sad that my family had betrayed me so deeply. In the months that followed, I focused on rebuilding my life. I moved into the beach house in Cape Cod and enrolled in a financial literacy course to learn how to manage my money. I also started volunteering at a local nonprofit organization that helps young widows. I still think about Ryan every day, and I know that he would be proud of me for standing up for myself. He always believed in me, and he knew that I was stronger than I thought. Looking back, I realized that this experience has taught me a valuable lesson. It's important to trust your instincts and to never let anyone take advantage of you. I've also learned the importance of having a strong support system, and I'm grateful for the friends and family who stood by me during this difficult time. If you're going through a similar situation, I want you to know that you're not alone. There are people who can help you, and you have the right to fight back. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not capable or that you don't deserve to be happy. You are strong, and you can overcome anything.